We also help our clients discharge debt. So not only do you get to save the 25 to 30% of your income not paying state or federal income taxes, but if you have a slew of credit card debt, then we also will help you discharge that, and you can become solvent. That means that immediately we have paperwork that will be asking the banks. And the great thing about this is, so if someone's paying out $500 to $1,000 a month or more in bank, this credit card stuff, you can immediately eliminate it. That's a raise for yourself. And now you can put that into crypto, or you can do something else besides give it to central bankers. So the income taxes is no longer going to the central bankers. We also help. Okay. And we pull all of our clients that have corporations, we shut all their corporations down, because listen, everything corporate is governmental. So you're going to do things in the private. You're going to come out of the public and you're going to be in the private. Okay. And it's a thing to do. So depending on the people, people have bigger companies or whatever. All those things have to be navigated. And so it is an art in dealing with bureaucracy, whether that's governmental or like dealing with banks and places where they're asking for tax ID numbers or social. You can learn how to navigate yourself. And the joy of it is this: when you are knowledgeable about these things for yourself, then you get to practice the art of being firm without being an ass, and saying, I understand, and the person you're usually dealing with are the least knowledgeable about anything. Tax accountants, accountants and certified public accountants, they don't read the law. They just read the information about how to apply and how to fill out forms so that people will comply. They're not knowledgeable of the law. It's not something that they even look at. And a tax attorney would be more likely to look at the law. You don't usually deal with those people, but they're usually friendlier because they understand when you're talking about concepts of jurisdiction and abiding by the law, they understand it. We're doing the law. Most people are not. See, they're doing the tradition of things because they don't know what it's based in. They're just going along and tumbling along like they don't understand how the Constitution has empowered the federal government to do what it's doing. So once you see and understand the tax law from how it's applied, then it becomes an easy pathway, and you can learn that art of dealing with it. And for me, in New Hampshire, for our clients in New Hampshire, I'm usually dealing with my government and going down and meeting with the director of motor vehicles, or I personally know the Secretary of State of New Hampshire. I've interacted with him many times. I went down with my wife. I'm doing a naturalization process with my wife in New Hampshire, not with the federal government. And so, so it's nice in New Hampshire to actually know the people that are in government. And I'm not talking about the workers. I'm talking about the people who are at the top of those agencies, and then even reps. I probably know 100 state reps. I mean, I've had state reps call me and say, you have any bills you want us to submit? That's power. Wow. And and it's not about me. It's because I've made myself useful. I've made myself known to people that liberty and freedom is a matter. You and your listeners know where you are in your neighborhood, among your friends, you should be known as someone who is knowledgeable and who cares about liberty and freedom. That should be what you're known for. And having that kind of influence among your family, your friends, and people around you. Your elected representatives should know you. Not so much that you should know them, and yet most people don't know that there's volunteers saying, hey, I want to represent you. So anyway, so that's what we try to instruct our people about, is who they are, and to be able to wield that. So what happens is you show up and they've never seen somebody like you when you come in and say, no, I don't want to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. And you start saying how it's going to be. That's power. Most people are like, Where can I do this? Is this okay? Or was like, no, 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 no. Don't ask if you're going to do. Say, this is what I'm going to do. You're not telling them what they're going to do. They can do what they want. They're a free agent. They work for the government. They're told what to do. But you're going to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll write this letter. I'll be back. All right. So listen, what's your name? I want to know who you are. You're like the boss. You are the boss. And so you get to behave like that way. Not an obnoxious boss, just one that knows they own the company. And so that's what we really want people to be, is in that place of power, because political power is real power. It's not that it's corruptible, of course, but it's power. Look, political power is waging wars. It's doing this crap. It's setting up banking. It's passing laws that, that's what's playing out. Okay.